was nations in India taking on Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka had their opportunities, but one person that got in the way on 2 occasions, one with the bat and also with the ball, was Deepti Sharma. 3 big wickets to the Indian all-rounder. She's found form over the last couple of years. She's always had form at the ball, but more so consistency with the bat.
For me, if India are going to win this World Cup, it's going to be a lot to do what Deepti Sharma does in the bottom of the order, to have that control, but also with the ball as well. I almost think as well, Mel, the competition that the WPL is creating, a number of players, and it's going to be... Players are going to look back on this tournament and say, we got inspired to come and play cricket because of the Indian girls, the overseas players that have come to play in this World Cup in India. And so when you've got players just nipping away and you feel, okay, I've got to get new things in my locker room. Do I need another delivery? And it's always that challenge in terms of all round that I think she's just continuing to develop her game, knowing that she has to do that.
Better areas. That's the challenge here for Ealing, because she knows she probably can't just keep bowling in that area, because the adjustment will be made by Healy.
Now they've made that field change. They've taken that mid-wicket out and brought them across to extra cover. So Bri Ealing here, can she keep the ball outside that off stump and swinging in?
And this is the challenge here. It's sometimes you've got to park your ego a little bit, haven't you? And Elisa Healy has certainly done that at the start of her innings. She got starts in the recent ODI series against India. Kranti Gold got her 3 times. So we're sort of waiting for that matchup later in the tournament. First World Cup, first wicket, and it's big. No, make that huge. It's the captain, Elisa Healy, and Ealing has a first.
Well, the adjustments work, the adjustment to line. Elisa Healy, the last ball of Ealing's over, and she goes, I'm going to use my feet, I'm going to play with aggression and try and hit it over the top. Just a little bit out of reach, and Susie Bates, one of the safest hands in world cricket. Bri Ealing in her first ODI World Cup picks up her first wicket, and it's the skipper of Australia. Look at that smile, it says it all. Well, Healy's gone for 19, Australia 40 for 1.
Elise Perry strides out to the middle of the wicket with confidence, and you can understand why too, because she's been there, done that on so many occasions for Australia across all formats, particularly in the one-day internationals. Been a regular at number 3. She settles in at the non-striker's end. Well, Katie, I thought she was parking the ego there for a little bit, but she couldn't quite help herself. Elisa Healy, it does mean that Perry comes out to the middle.
That's rich coming from an Australian, isn't it?
Settle on it. It's only match 2 of the tournament. We've got a long way to go.
Yes, mate. Sorry?
Oh, stands up nice and tall and just hits the ball at the top of the rise.
I love the Phoebe Litchfield story. I mean, you'll know in Australia she'd become a social media sensation as we look at the wicket. Just probably got a little bit too far away, went leg side of that and created the space to pick up the wicket, and the one of Susie Bates as well. Just too far out, reaching away from her body. Phoebe Litchfield from Orange, New South Wales. Her dad put in a concrete block in her house and he threw balls for days, for years to her, pretty much threw his arm out. And similar to Mealy Kerr as well, he took her dad down to the nets and he threw balls after balls after balls.
That's through. It's a little bit of a gimme there for Elise Perry. The quality of her is not going to miss out on a half volley outside off stump.
Another player that her dad's thrown her arm out, Elise Perry. Just that wider line from Jess Kerr. Not the swing early on here. We might have expected over-pitched, easy pickings. Just found the gap beautifully.
You're getting competitive already, are you? You're going to have a dad off and who's thrown the most amount of balls to their daughter.
Well, my old man used to play. I'm surprised I don't have a better record against left armers because Dad used to bowl to me at Christmas. Actually, I don't have a better record against any types of bowlers, to be fair. But he used to bowl just as left arm tweakers, and then when I say pace, it was a little bit tough after Christmas pud to be able to get in. But it's a lot of where players have come from, haven't they? Learnt their skills from their family.
Yeah, it took a little while again just to make sure they got the angles right. I think if you looked right throughout this tournament, you'd find all these just magical stories of backyard cricket, street cricket, gully cricket, tennis ball cricket, about players that have, made it be started at 4, 5, 6 years of age, or potentially even got into it just a little bit later, but have found their passion and love for the game, and then the desire to push themselves all the way through to being able to represent their country on the world stage. Well, she's gone there once, she's gone there again, and that time it is a dot ball. It's the end of the 6th, Australia, 47 for 1.
Sorry. Reggie, do you have the Mealy Kerr v Elise Perry stats? Mealy Kerr, Elise Perry stats. Mealy Kerr versus Elise Perry.
Had a record crowd last night in the first match, 22,000 plus in Guwahati. Straight down the wicket. Will it be the first 6? Yes, it will be. Sweet, sweet timing from Litchfield. The 50 up for Australia.
And quick time as well. Now she's got her dancing shoes on today. Just look to get down the wicket, create her own space. Yeah, just outside that leg stump, just purposely lift it up and over the top.
And a little flirt outside off stump. I know it's early doors, but you look at Australia in India in that recent series, 412 in the third one-day international, and